She would just stare at the cat, wanting to play with her. She would bring her toys she thought Silly would like. Silly, she didn't seem to care.
It was very rare at the beginning that Silly would give Patcha the time of day.
Patcha would grab an octopus toy and try to bring it to her. Of course, Silly wasn't interested. When Silly didn't want to play with her, Patcha would try again. She just kept going at it for 4 months every day. Silly kind of acted like the tough guy. She would watch from a distance.
If she doesn't want Patcha close, Silly would bat at her. And they've had a rocky road to friendship.
Silly was a senior cat, and she didn't have as much energy to play with her.
Want to see if she wants to play? Baby.
We felt really bad for Patcha. We were trying to rack our brains and think of a way to help them build that relationship.
Not interested. Guess you have to play alone. Okay, so Silly is still not interested in playing with Patcha, so we got her the next best thing. A little Silly pillow.
Is that your friend?
What's that? Oh, you like it? Her new best friend.
Patcha was very excited, and now she has a pillow that looks like her best friend.
I think Patcha's more interested in the pillow than Silly now.
We noticed that Silly was tentatively curious. She was just inching closer and closer to Patcha.
She thought she was being completely replaced by a pillow.
A few days after we got the Silly pillow, Silly was cuddling with Patcha. It was so exciting. It felt like kind of a breakthrough in their relationship.
Silly is starting to be a lot more comfortable being really close to Patcha.
Aw, you guys getting along?
It was very sweet.
He never stopped trying to be friends with Earl.
I think he's tried a bajillion times.
Oh!
You can't even quantify how much Bo wants to be close to Earl. On a scale of 1 to 10, in terms of how badly Bo wanted to be friends, I would probably say infinity.
Bo? Bo!
Bo just wants to be Earl's BFF. Earl probably sees Bo as an annoying coworker almost that won't leave him alone.
When he laid eyes on Earl for the first time, sorry Earl, he couldn't control himself. He has to see Earl no matter where he is. Just keep his eyes locked on Earl. Bo's version of giving up is still being within 3 feet of Earl. After 2 years, Earl is finally willing to just accept Bo.
Earl eventually just gave up and said, okay, this dog's gonna be in my life whether I like it or not. It's a respectful distance. When we saw Earl rub up against Bo for the first time, it kind of felt like we won a mini lottery. I think it was a change on both Earl and Bo's part. They were starting to get used to each other. They can even lie within a few feet from each other.
Just to see Bo and Earl coexisting together is such a relief. You can play with this, Earl.
Since Bo wasn't getting the best friend level status that he wanted from Earl, we decided to get him a little surprise.
once he got his nose on it and saw that it kind of looked like his friend Earl, he was very intrigued. We activated his new friend. It was game on.
Obviously, this can't replace Earl.
Oh, is this what you would do to Earl?
Hopefully it gives Bo some of that feline companionship that he seems to so desperately want.
He's like, you're gonna give me attention. He wanted to play. Ollie was like a little tiny fluffy potato with so much energy. Celia was just confused. We decided to get Ollie after we moved. I looked at how to introduce a cat and a puppy. And so I made sure that I followed the tips. So we set up his little safe space. And then slowly he started loosening up more and more and more. The weeks went by and he was more open to being with Ollie in the same room.
But he still gets annoyed.
Celia luckily hit him with his paw. It was a slow transition.
Good boy. Good waiting.
He starts scratching, so we started letting Celia out.
Ollie's just so pushy that Celia sometimes bails out and literally goes outside to have some peace.
Where's Celio?
Ollie can see that Celia was outside.
He wants him to come in. So we take Ollie out on a walk.
Celia will just run for his life home.
It is pretty funny because Celia
He'll just linger. Ollie's definitely like the annoying little brother, and Celia's like the teen.
Go get Celia. Go get Celia. Go get him.
Even though Celio was outside, when he comes back in, he looks for Ollie. They were able to be on the couch and then slowly they started sitting together. He started relaxing around Ollie.
The first time they were laying down together, I was like, oh my god, look!
Hi, Ollie. Are you cuddling with your brother? You having fun? Wow.
Like warms my heart to know that they're together.
Alice is definitely the needy one of the family. She always needs attention and she never likes to be alone. He'll be cuddled up in his spot and she'll squeeze right in just to be right near him. Owen is the tease of the family. He'll jump up on something, stick his nose up, and he'll have his tail hanging down, swaying in front of her. She'll be looking up and whining, begging him to play, and suddenly he'll just jump over her and run somewhere else. Owen's always in control now. It's shocking because when Owen was the baby, he was the one to go over to Alice first, and Alice would give her sassy face and try to brush him off, but he would not give up. Owen would get up and follow her around. That's when Alice started warming up more. Owen got into his teenage years. He now has a bit of an attitude and wants some space. And Alice is like, no, you're supposed to depend on me. We're always supposed to be together. Now Alice is the one who chases Owen around. Alice has developed a couple tactics to try to get Owen to play. She gets her really cute face on and she will try to kind of paw at him a little bit. But if he's laying down, she'll lay down right beside him and put her paw on Owen's stomach. But then the one that works the most is when she goes on her back, totally vulnerable. All legs and paws are just sticking straight up. She's looking as if to say, just come and get me. That's the time that Owen will give in and he attacks and he goes right for her neck and then start the bunny kicks. Alice will let Owen do his thing for a couple seconds, and then as soon as he's fully committed to the playing, she starts playing with him. When I see Alice and Owen playing, it makes me feel so warm and happy. I love that they have each other. When Alice was a puppy, my fiance rescued her from a puppy mill where she was treated poorly. That's what gave her a lot of her anxiety that she has. Owen's always there, and having that love and support from another animal I think is so important for her. They're so lucky that they found each other of all the pets in the world.
Remember all the days we'd while the hours away. We had a kingdom made of sand but didn't care. Now I think of all the times we shared, and I wonder where you are and if you'll play. Come knocking at my door. Remembering our time, what's yours was always mine.